So today we're going to be talking about note values. We have a semibreve, which is worth 4 beats, a minim, which is worth 2 beats, a crotchet worth 1 beat, a quaver, which is worth half, and a semiquaver, which is worth 1/4 of a beat. Now, if I'm to draw these out, you can see that they're all equally put together. So the semibreve at the top is worth 4 beats, which is worth the same as 2 minims, 2 each. The crotchets are worth 1 beat, so it's the same as 4 crotchets, the same as 1 semibreve, and so on and so on until we've got 16 semiquavers at the bottom down here. Now, I can draw quavers in an easier way, like this. You might have seen that before. Same with semiquavers, but they have 2 tails. So just have a look at the differences there at the top. So let's see if we can work these out. So first we've got a minim and a crotchet, then a crotchet and 2 quavers, and then a quaver and 2 semiquavers, sorry. What do they add up to? So first we've got our minim and our crotchet, which is worth 3, so the minim's worth 2 beats, and a crotchet's worth 1. This adds up to 2 because a crotchet is worth 1 beat and the 2 quavers are worth half each. Remember, they're not just half together, it's half each. And then it's 1 because we've got a quaver and 2 semiquavers. Okay, we're now going to be looking at dotted notes. So a crotchet is worth 1 beat and a dotted crotchet is worth 1.5 beats. A minim is worth 2 beats and a dotted minim is worth 3 beats. So the dot adds half of the original value. So for example, with our crotchet, it's worth 1 beat. Adding a dot worth half of 1, which is half. So 1.5. Makes it half the original value on top of what it already is. So it's 1 plus another half of 1. So 1.5. So a dot adds half of the original value. So our dotted crotchet is worth 1.5 because half of 1 is half. Okay, so a quaver is worth 1/2. What would a dotted quaver be worth? So it's half plus half of half, which is 1/4. And that actually adds up to 3/4. Let's see if we can work some of these out. So we've got a minim plus a dotted minim plus a crotchet, a dotted quaver plus a semiquaver plus a minim, a dotted crotchet, and a minim. So the first answer is 6 because a minim is worth 2, a dotted minim is worth 3, and a crotchet is worth 1. The second answer is 3. Let's see if you got that one because a dotted quaver is worth 3/4. Our semiquaver is worth 1/4. And our last one is 5 because we've got 2 1.5 and a 2. Now here we have rests. Now a rest is a pause in the music and each note duration has its own rest. We've got a crotchet rest, quaver rest, semiquaver rest, a minim rest and a semibreve rest. So let's see if you can work these ones out. I've done this one quite quickly, but I'm sure that you'll be able to do it. So we've got a crotchet rest, a dotted minim and a semiquaver, minim rest, crotchet, 2 quavers. Well, that last one's quite difficult. See if you can get it. Pause it if you need to work it out. So we've got 1 plus 3 plus 1/4, which is worth 2, a crotchet, which is worth 1, and then 2 quavers, which are half each, which all adds up to 4. Now the bottom one, we've got 2 semiquavers and a quaver, which adds up to 1, a dotted quaver, which is 3/4, and a semiquaver, which adds up to 1, and then 1/4, because that's a semiquaver rest, which is 2 1/4. So on that last question, I put this on there, which is a dotted quaver followed by a semiquaver. Now you can sometimes put them together.